movie review. Alright, what are going on, my news? My name is John Somewhere, and welcome to the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie review. Alright, so it's finally time to talk about the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, because I finally seen it, and boy did it not disappoint. I loved it, man. I just can't get enough of it. I actually want to go to the movies again to rewatch it again. And while I'm trying to figure out when I can actually do that, today I want to talk about my first experience and my first review of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Because we have a lot to talk about, that's for sure. Alright, so, first off, what really caught me... before I begin, by the way, I'm gonna talk about spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it right now. It's out in theaters right now, or around this time, so go check it out. But yeah, I loved the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. There were so many Easter eggs, so many cool shots of the animatronics, and not even to mention the animatronics themselves, the way they looked fantastic. And it definitely held on to the expectations I had, and maybe even better than expected, to be honest. And quite few surprises as well, actually. So yeah. First off, actually, they made it a lot more scarier, which I love. Yeah. In the first movie, it was kind of slow and not that scary. It was like, yeah, it was still good and I enjoyed it, but the first movie was kind of, I don't know, kind of stretched. You keep repeating the same stuff over and over again, and yeah. But they definitely learned their mistakes from the first movie, and picked up the pace in the second movie, and it made it a lot more scarier. Although the only disappointing part for me was there wasn't a lot of gore. They had some good scenes and some good jump scares as well, not even to mention the jump scares. They had a lot of jump scares in that movie, and even got me sometimes. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of gore in the movie as I hoped to be, but they did have some really cool kill scenes, I will say that. So yeah, the thing that caught me by surprise of the most is probably the puppet. Because at first I did not expect the puppet to possess humans. Because we never seen the puppet possess any humans before, so that was very surprising to me. Though I can't say I hate it, but yeah, that's really caught me by surprise, honestly. Okay, but the puppet, while we're talking about the puppet was an absolute menace in this movie. I thought, you know, the puppet was like a character that like guides the animatronics, you know, in a kind of in a way that the puppet helps them get revenge. Instead, the puppet was a complete menace in this movie and started just killing everyone. He is like the one that went on a killing spree in town. He took control of all the animatronics in this movie and just said, go kill them all. Well, especially the parents, not specifically everyone, but mainly the parents. But that part also was crazy, which I did not expect at all. But yeah, what also caught me really by surprise is Michael Afton. Because I thought the first Mike of the first movie and this movie was supposed to be a different version of Michael Afton. But apparently Michael Afton has been in the same universe the whole time, just waiting to take control. Which is funny, by the way, because I think in one of my trailer videos where I talked about like speculation and stuff, that I said that William was gonna take back control of the animatronics and said like, I'll take it from here. But instead, which also was a surprise, Michael Afton jumped in and said, I'll take it from here. Because in the games, Michael is portrayed as a good guy, at least later on. At first he started off bad, but because of the guilt of his little brother, he starts becoming like the good guy. But that is not the case in this movie, however, which is honestly surprising and confusing that they brought in Michael Abson at the same time. Well, luckily it's not part of the game lore, it's kind of their own universe, but it kinda makes me theorize, like, what is going on now? What is this? You know? But that's, honestly, while I'm trying to figure that out, I don't think it's a bad idea. It's just surprising, that's all. And I'm just trying to fit it into place, you know? Because Michael Abson is still the son of William Abson, but he also Vanessa is still the daughter of William Abson, so yeah. Yeah, it's quite a lot to take in at the same time though. Because while I was watching the movie, it put so much stuff in, which kind of felt like it was hard to do in like one movie. I feel like it was a bit rushed maybe. Like a lot of things were happening at the same time. Compared to like the last movie where the pace was kind of slow and it went well, you know, kind of the pace. But in this movie, it kind of went too quick. Like, here's this, here's that, here's this. Oh, the animatronics. Here we go, and there, and there, and there. Which was kind of getting used to, but I still love the movie anyway. So yeah. Other than that, the winter animatronics. I was so excited to see the winners in the Final Fantasy movie. They did not disappoint, by the way. Though, what was surprising to me that they weren't controlled by the spirits, but also controlled by the puppet. Now, I don't know if this applies to like the game rules, but at the same time, it's never been confirmed that the spirits were in those animatronics in those games. So that's why I'm also still thinking about. But yeah, in the movie's case though, it was fine. Though I wish we had a lot more screen time with them, because I feel like they kind of saved it for last, but kind of like throw them out last minute, you know. I don't know how to say it. Like, I wish we seen more of them. I kind of wish they would also stop moving, like maybe as the toy animatronics were moving, or maybe the second night. I don't know how many nights it took for them to like go around town, but I'm pretty sure they counted to 5, right? I didn't count. I gotta rewatch the movie, and I want to rewatch the movie, so might look out for that when I rewatch it again. But yeah. Other than that, the winter animatronics looked amazing, but the only thing I noticed, and I can't change it out of my head, is Winter Freddy. Because if you see Winter Freddy, right, you know, he was kind of like this. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't hit it that much. Maybe there was the guy in the costume and they didn't want to show like the neck. I kind of get it. It's just, it was kind of funny to me. I can't stress it. I just couldn't ignore it, you know? So, yeah. It was kind of funny to me, to be honest. Other than that, I kind of feel that the animatronics could have done more, you know? Especially around the end. I wanted the animatronics to go on a complete rampage, kill everyone that got in their way. Instead, I think they only killed like the spirit hunters, and that's about it. I think. They had great opportunities to kill the others as well. Especially Toy Bonnie, I think. Although he was hesitant. I did saw that. Because the kid was like protecting his mother and stuff. Although I was kind of like sitting there like, just do it. Yeah, maybe that makes me evil, but hey, I don't know. I wanted to see gore, you know. I wanted to see gore. I wanted to see kills. So yeah, that's the only thing I think they kind of missed. And also Toy Freddy, he was at the Fall Fest only to be like, wait, no, I gotta do something else first. So yeah. That's the only thing I kind of missed. Other than that, it's still a great movie though, don't get me wrong. I still loved it to bits and pieces, especially the Easter eggs and the things that they showed. So yeah, to round it kind of all of it up, I feel like it was kind of fast-paced and they were trying to put everything in at the same time. You know what I mean? Not saying that it was like quickly rushed, but they really tried to put everything in this movie in a good way, which kind of makes it too fast to get grip on, you know. I get the main I get that the main focus were the animatronics. So yeah, they didn't really do that, but it kind of left like the humans out of the picture. You know, that's the only thing that I kept in mind, because instead, the last movie we just kind of focused on both the animatronics and the humans. Also because they kept going around the same circles in the last movie, but I mean, it's way different than in this movie, so I don't hate it. It's just I have to get used to it. Okay, but yeah, I definitely feel like they learned their mistakes from the last movie, and that they made it like a lot more scarier, a lot more jump scares, kind of what we've been hoping for, us FNAF fans. So yeah, if you would ask me like anyone who hasn't played Five Nights at Freddy's or doesn't know a lot about Five Nights at Freddy's, I don't think you will really enjoy the movie as much as we Five Nights at Freddy's fans do. But if you're looking to get into Five Nights at Freddy's, maybe it's a good start. But you gotta see the first movie though, that's the important part, because otherwise you're not gonna get any of the second movie at all. But yeah. To kind of come back on Michael Afton, I kind of feel like Michael's taking on the role of Surge's baby in some way, if that makes sense. Because Surge's baby kind of was like, kind of wanted to continue William Afton's legacy and help his father accomplish whatever William needed her to do. And I kind of feel like Michael Afton is taking on the role of that. And I kind of feel like they have two Michael Aftons in the movie now. One of which is like the guilt of his younger brother dying, and it was kind of his fault. And the other part of like William Afton's influence on Michael Afton, you know? So I kind of feel like we have two mics of the same one game. So it's just what I kind of feel like it is, you know? So yeah. Oh no, I do feel like the Michael Afton we saw in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie kind of gonna take on the role of Surge's baby. Because I don't think I know that Surge's baby turned up in the movie, but I don't think that Surge's baby is gonna take on a bigger role in the movies. Instead, more of an Easter egg than a role in the movie, you know? So I feel like they kinda had to bring in Michael Afton to take on that role. To carry on his father's legacy. And to take on the role of the villain of that movie. While also the puppet being the villain of that movie. So we have two villains in one movie. Oh no, Michael Afton kind of showed up last minute to be like, oh, take it from here, like I've been speculating. So yeah. And to leave it at such a big cliffhanger is also pretty big to leave it on. Just when they left it at that cliffhanger, I didn't think they were gonna end the movie. I thought, oh, there's gonna be more. But no, they ended right there, and I'm like, what? You leave it at that? Like, I can't believe they did that. Because now I'm really gonna know what happens next, you know? Because for context, just quick, Vanessa just like possessed by the puppet last minute. When Mike says that that Mike can't trust Vanessa anymore. Because, well, the animatronic keeps showing up, coming after them, so Mike is like, yeah, I can't trust you anymore, your brother is kind of crazy, so I think you're crazy, I can't trust you anymore. And that's the perfect opportunity for the puppet to slip in and be like, oh, I'll take it from you. And try to possess Vanessa at the same time. So yeah. I am very curious whether you're gonna pick up after this one. Because I wanna know where it goes. I wanna see where this movie takes us, you know? I do feel like it's gonna end at Five Nights at Freddy's 3, so after number 3, I don't think they're gonna make any more movies. No, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I'm definitely looking forward to the third movie, and I think I'm gonna speculate about the third movie in another video with the trailers and stuff, so we can kind of get that in one video, you know. But I do definitely think all of the cast are gonna return for their roles in the third movie, except for the ones that died. So yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to the next movie though, and I love this movie and I can't wait to have it on DVD. I'll definitely get it on Blu-ray so I can get the great experience again, so yeah. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I know there's a lot of Easter eggs in the movie that I could talk about, but wait, actually, oh yeah, before I forget, the Easter eggs, I kind of forgot to talk about that, but yeah, we got a lot of Easter eggs, like the box that Vanessa pulls out of the closet might be the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 box. The one that we never got to open, but it might be that box because in that box there's like items of the victims of Williams, so maybe that's why we weren't allowed to see it in the 4th installment of the game, maybe, but I don't know. Could be someone else entirely, or just a fun little Easter egg for us FNAF fans. Other than that, the more searches maybe, like I said before, though I kind of wish in that dream sequence they had the opportunity to kind of bring in some of the nightmare animatronics maybe, because it did keep saying like it's a nightmare, Vanessa, nightmare. So I kind of hoped one of the nightmare animatronics kind of showed up, maybe even Nightmare Marion, since the puppet was already in the movie, so why not Nightmare Marion? Not saying like the nightmare should like show up instead of William, but maybe lurking in the background, you know. Like with the Dorothys, maybe a flash of one of the nightmare animatronics, mainly Fredbear, Nightmare Fredbear, because I want to see him on the big screen, because he's the most terrifying of all, or maybe Nightmare himself. It could also maybe work in that dream sequence, but yeah. I didn't like the Easter egg of Surge's baby because I did not expect to see Surge's baby at all, so that was really surprising. Not to mention that they kept her in the closet in the dream sequence, which is funny because like in the 4th closet there's this whole thing like behind the closet where like animatronic Charlie is kept, so it's, I think it's like a double reference, you know, because I feel like it's pointing out to that, like the books. Not even to mention that the ending of the movie, which all of the first animatronics show up to take on the toy animatronics, might also be a reference to the books of the Silver Eyes. No, I think it's the 2nd book, the 4th closet, I think. Which the original gang take on some the twisted animatronics. So I also noticed that reference. So yeah, and not to mention Shadow Bonnie. If you look very, very close, when Mike pulls out his flashlight, you can see a glimpse of Shadow Toy Bonnie. And yeah, I like that Easter egg as well. And I did see some behind-the-scene footage of like the set of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and on a monitor of Mike's like desk, it says like "you can't," which is referencing to the mini games, the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 mini games, which is a very rare screen you can get, which it says like in the top screen, I think in purple, "you can't." It was not really implied what it is for, but it's definitely purple guy saying it or something. So yeah. Other than that, in that same video of like the set tour, the paper pals were apparently hiding right behind the corner of the long hallway where Freddy usually stands. I didn't see it in the movie, but I did see it in that video. So if you haven't seen that video, maybe you should check it out for even more Easter eggs, because there were definitely a lot more Easter eggs also in there as there was in the movies. Although in the movies it was more in front of us, you know, but it does show how much they care about the franchise with that set tour, on like how many little details were in there. So you know what, I would recommend, if you've seen the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, you should definitely check out the set of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, because it just shows how much they care about the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. So yeah. My 3 favorite scenes probably might be the opening scene, you know, with the yellow rabbit and Charlotte, and then also the ending, of course. I gotta include that, when the OG show up to beat up the toy animatronics, and the scene where Mike kills Balloon Boy. That was absolute cinema. You guys have no idea how loud I was cheering that Mike just killed Balloon Boy on the spot. Yeah, me and Balloon Boy got some beef, but that was absolute cinema. Oh, and the scene where Mike finds a bootleg Freddy plushie and he goes that was also absolute cinema. Trying to think of any other Easter eggs that I might have missed. There's probably a lot of Easter eggs that I did miss in the movie, that I didn't see, but maybe are in the movie. So if I missed out on anything, let me know down in the comments below, because I would love to hear your guys' thoughts as well on this movie. So yeah, if there's anything I missed or didn't talk about, leave it down in the comments below, because I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about the movie. And I think I can let's leave it here for now. So to close it up, they definitely learned their mistakes from the first movie, and it's a lot more scarier than last time, which I love, and a lot more jump scares in this one than the first one, which I also really love. And the references are amazing. Like, I can't say it enough. There's even maybe references I didn't even see yet. So if you have seen them, let me know down in the comments below. And I think I'm gonna have to leave this movie review here. So anyway guys, I did really hope you guys enjoyed this little movie review. And yeah, I can't say enough how much I love the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. And everyone on that movie have done such a great job, so my compliments to the crew and actors of the movie. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me. So anyway guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy this, and I'm probably gonna see the movie again someday. So yeah, if you haven't seen the movie yet, at this point, go see it, alright? Go see the movie. It's incredible, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna close it up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, stay awesome out there, my dudes. That's somewhere long enough.